I don't have an answer for this. There's different people, different moods, and different constitution, and different kinds of relations. And I've cohabitated with them. I don't like to live with anybody. It bothers me. I like to live on my own. I don't think there's such a clear, this is how it should be and this is not how it should be. I don't believe in this. I believe that each one of us finds the way we want to dance, and the dance evolves. I can have a relation with a person and it evolves over time. If the relationship is healthy and it's got a direction, meaning it's going from A to Z, and both people are willingly in that relationship, the relationship evolves and goes through so much. And every relationship is totally unique, with different needs at different times. And as long as the two people are committed towards, I don't want to say growing, but growing, let things happen. I don't have a should or shouldn't be. What do you care? Whatever is necessary at this moment, and that's where we're at. That's where we're at. But the issue is not there. The issue is that people have expectation. People want it to be like on TV. People, when they live something, they want it to stay there forever. And people are always scared of change and transformation. Well, that's the beauty. The relationship was there. We enjoyed this. Now it's evolved. Now we need more space or less space, or I don't know. I know where I am at in my life. I know who I am and what I want and don't want. I don't compromise in this regard because I'm not 28. So I need my own space. This is me. Me. And in order for me, that's how I live, and I have my own specific tasks and own specific functions and my own specific routine. Me, not you, me. So I can't have somebody in my space. I can't sleep. Because of who I am and how I operate in my relation to women. It's like, no, I need my space. When I'm done and our exchange is done for today, you need to go. If I had a big mansion, would that person be in that house? I don't know. I don't have a big mansion, so this is not the subject. One day, if I have a big mansion, if this is how the Lord wants it to be, then we'll have a conversation about this. I don't have a big mansion. Well, she's on the whole, the other side of the house, which takes 7 minutes to go. I don't know. I don't have this. But one thing is for sure, I need my space, because if the person is in my space, I'm working psychically at night. It bothers me and I can't rest. And if the woman is there and we're sleeping next to each other, I can't sleep. I have to keep fucking because our energies keep dancing with one another. So unless I come, which I have no intention to do unnecessarily, then I can't stop. And generally they exhaust themselves. So then I have to you need to leave now, because otherwise I'm going to keep going. Once in a blue moon, it's fun till 5 in the morning. And then we exhaust ourselves and just sleep till 8. This is once in a while, rarely, but because it fucks up my rhythm. But let's say it happens once in a blue moon. It's fun, it's great, we enjoy ourselves, but this is not sustainable. We can't be productive while living like this, nor would I want to. I get bored. So, okay, go about your business. We'll see each other later when it's time. But this is me. What about you? This is what you need to figure out for yourself. And I didn't figure this out in 5 minutes. I've been in this for a long time now. And I tried all kinds of formulas. I tried this, I tried that. Also, when I began all of this, let's say I was 26. I didn't have fucking money either. So I had to start from zero. So I had to make certain compromises. I began my business. I had a girl with me. I moved in with her. She helped paying with the rent as we started the business. Yeah, I was unhappy because I didn't have my space, but I needed to make that compromise because it was the best way for me to start my business. And when my business grew, I changed the format immediately because there was no room for me. So it evolved. So I don't believe there's formulas. What I feel is that you need to know who you are, what's true for you, where you're heading, and allow things to unfold. And if a person wants to force something on you, you're an idiot if you accept it, because why should you? And generally these things come from insecurities, because the person is insecure, doesn't want to be on their own. Like your job is to fill their gap. You're not. That's not your job. It's never to fill anybody's gap. You can be kind and sometimes oblige, sometimes. because you're kind, but it's not your job. So if there's no room for you, what kind of life is this? But people accept this because they're accustomed to these kinds of dynamics of based on attachment and dependency, and they call this love. As you outgrow this, you're like, I need some space, and so does she, quite frankly. Because let's be honest, if you interact with a woman and your interaction is full of power, genuinely, and she shows up and you have a ceremony or ritual with her, and she opens up and opens up and opens up, and you come, and the more she opens up, the more the power comes through you, and you're like, gets into that space of divine, I don't know what to call it. Intoxication is not the right word, but whatever, you understand what I'm trying to say. You're in a zone. And something amazing happens and some creative potential comes to light. Once this ceremony ends and is sealed, the last thing you want to do is hang out with one another. If she's smart, she wants to go home so that she can integrate because she has got work to do. And all you want to do is go back to your affairs so that you can integrate because you got work to do. This is when you're dealing with mature people. It's not that you're cold to one another. It's like, no, I love you, I'm going to miss you, but I got to do what I got to do, and you got to do what you got to do. I'll see you later. What's the problem? You got a job to do, and so do I. Like, what's the issue? But people are so toxic and you're this like disgustingness where there's no air, so you can't do fuck all. Anyways, like I said, to each his own. But it's for you to discover who you are and how you like it and where you're at, and also allow things to evolve. Things evolve, things change and morph. It's always taking, as long as it's always taking you in the proper direction, which is towards yourself. Enjoy. This is what I'm trying to tell you. There ain't nothing wrong with pitching a tent and getting laid when you're at point B before you go from point B to C. As long as you're not taking point B as an end, whatever. And if at point B we need to stay a week and you want to live with her in a tent, or you want to live in two separate bunkers, or you want to go at the other end of the park and not see her, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. But you got to know yourself and know where you're at, and also see what are the forces at play, so that you can go about your business. So I don't believe in set formulas, especially nowadays. People have become so, the human beings, men are so different and women are so different. There's so many different constitutions. People have had, over the generations, so much constitutional transformations. Our modern world has made people so particular. Women are not always all the same. Some women are more masculine, some women are more fragile, some, like all kinds of people, all kinds of people nowadays. It's not one format. Like we could have seen a couple of years ago, 20 years ago, or 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Even some people would agree, no, it's always been like this. No, it wasn't always like that. There's always nuances, yes, but not like now. Because our world allows, because of the way it is, because of this atomization of people with technology and all of this, and all these hormonal imbalances for the past, let's say, 100 years, it creates very unique kinds of people. And these people are not going to not be what they are. And the process of healing is not asking a person not to be what they are, it's to become totally what they are. In totality. So even if a woman is more, quote-unquote, masculine, and the goddess is still there, but that person is not going to be like a Bambi. You can't expect her to be a Bambi, and nor should she be a Bambi, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So the dance is unique and it's different, and if you're good dancers, you know how to dance with one another and find some kind of harmony, which evolves. I think it's beautiful, and I think this is unique to our times also. And as you can see, it's inclusive. You like that, don't you? It's inclusive. We welcome all kinds of people. But we have our spray guns and our Mr. Clean. And we will remove the filth. Oh yes, we will. But then what's left is left. And I got no problem with that. When I meet a woman, I don't expect her to be whatever. Let's start over. Most men want a woman to be a certain kind of thing. I've learned over the years that there's all kinds of women. And I don't want the woman to be what I want her to be. I don't want her to be anything. If I'm hanging out with a woman, I want to know what kind of woman she is. What kind of expression of the goddess she is in 2022? And they're all coming with a certain kind of background. You're not having access to a holy virgin, if you're lucky, once in a blue moon, even less than a once in a blue moon. And even then, she's tainted and infected by father and lineages and whatnot. So, but for the most part, we're meeting people who are everybody's traumatized. And because of our traumas, we've lived certain experiences that even if you heal them, it leaves certain scars. Scars, it doesn't mean it controls you, but it's like, well, I went to a battle. I got a scar on my knee and I have a limp. What do you want? Even though if I can make everything optimal, there's always going to be something. So you meet people who have a past. So the beautiful thing about healing is that it's not trying to take you to a reset, a new, it's like nothing happened. No, it's trying to take you to a place where all of that is integrated and can be used to serve other people. And without all that quote unquote damage, you cannot serve people. That's what healing is about. It's not trying to bring you to a utopic state of nothing, perfection, virginness. No, it's taking everything that's happened to you, allows you to reclaim yourself from all those traumatic experiences, integrate it into one, and makes you into a very unique person who has those experiences. And these experiences, once they're digested and integrated, can serve other people because you understand them now. Now that is what makes you be at peace with what you've lived. I've lived lots of things in my life that sometimes I say, well, if I had to start over, it would be great that I wouldn't have to waste my time with this. Sure, perhaps my children will not have to waste their time with this, but I had to go through this, and I can't justify those experiences unless they're to be of use to other people. So if I got fucked up my ass by culture, and I got that dildo out of my ass and I restitched my anus and fixed it and put some ghee in it and re-lubricated everything and it works. Well, I understand what it is to be fucked up your ass by culture and confuse this for my own identity. So that was a very painful experience. Getting fucked up your ass by anything is very painful. I know what it is to get fucked up my ass by culture. So do you. And quite frankly, you probably have 2 dicks up your ass. But let's not get into that. So my experience of this is what allows me to speak to people my age or a certain range, and I understand you. I understand your situation, I understand why you're addicted to it, I understand what it brings you, and I understand what it is on the other side of the road. I know what it is to go through the journey. So that my experience serves that. So that's the healing process. That's how a genuine healing process operates. It allows integration. It allows you to digest your past experiences, take yourself back from it so that you can become a unified person that has had these experiences, but you're no longer identified to these experiences or you do not define yourself by these experiences. But I have access to it at any point in time if I need to. I could speak your language in 1 second, as you can notice. I understand it. It's part of me.